So just let me open the discussion now. So we are going to discuss, it's a long time we have organized a space. I think earlier it was at least 6 months ago. We had discussions in Clubhouse often an year ago, but later we couldn't continue because of a lot of other works. So Twitter, this is I think the second space we are arranging. So today is somewhat kind of a historical day in Indian politics, I can say. The Supreme Court taken the case of EWS. The case put in Supreme Court majorly by the parties who want to work towards social justice. DMK is the primary party, and so many other parties also had joined in this case. So finally, the EWS verdict arrived today. The five jury bench given a verdict that it is not going to be banned. Of course, it's kind of a setback to the journey of social justice all these years, whatever this country was holding. Actually, it is challenging the social justice. That is what the way the people are looking at it. There are different kind of opinion is there in the among the whole of India. So we invite all kind of remarks, opinion we can discuss here. So I would like to invite Kumar Ankush. Kumar Ankush is kind of a long time associate, kind of our closest speaker. He joined almost all the discussion we had in Clubhouse and also in Twitter space last time. I guess if I am rightly remembering. So Kumar and Kush, you can go on your thoughts on this verdict, and there is a decision by a DMK party that they may go for revision on this verdict. So you can add up on that also.
Thanks, Kathir. First of all, thanks for giving me this opportunity. This is something not new that the judiciary have done this. If we look from the time of Indira Gandhi, from Indira days, that she has abandoned his father lofty idealist policies and adopted hardcore realist approach. Even at that time, the judiciary was playing into the hand of executive or government. At that time, the Brahminical powers were too like this only. What they are doing this time, they were doing that time also, which ultimately culminated into emergency. So if we don't fight back, if we sit silent and did not hit the streets, we will be not only we are reversing the all those fights and we have done for that Mandal revolution, but we also that the bar of social justice will be going to go set very low. Number second thing is, Kathir, all that you look at all those five judges are Brahmins. There are four Brahmins and one Baniya. No one is objecting towards that. Some previous chief justice has in his last days has pressed on the idea of diverse judicial philosophy, diversity in collegium, this that they have said this. This when they know this is a very sensitive issue and very important issue, how can without there is no diversity in the bench, and only why there is only five judges in the bench, why not seven judges? We know during that Ram Mandir case, Justice Abdul Nazir had given a decent judgment, and everybody was pointing a finger on him because he and putting and saying that he is a Muslim. That's why he has given that decent judgment. Why today no one is saying that they are Brahmins and that's why they have given in this favor. Number 3 point I want to say, Now see, these upper caste people, or whatever you say, Brahmin people, they will always try to suppress us. The fact is, right from the 1947, what was the why the constitution came? Constitution was the more or less is like a contract between the lower caste people and upper caste people. It was like that only. But after when uh, post 2014, when these people choose Modi, they abandoned that Nehru idealism, started showing their true colors of Hindutva. That implicitly means that they have revolted against the constitution, and from 2014 they are doing something to reverse all our struggles, reverse everything, and establish that Manuraj. And this is the very significant step, giving a reservation to upper caste people, reducing the social justice program to like a Manrega policy or something like this, is a step toward it.
We got your point, Kumar. I
Mm.
understand, but see, it is continuously happening. Post independence, I can say it was first the amendment on constitution happened after long and aggressive protest from Periyar, visionary leader of Tamil Nadu. The amendment on that Hindu caste system that was
I,
happened.
Sathir, I just don't know up to when we are going to tolerate this. Otherwise,
Yeah,
this
I
country
understand. Yeah,
will.
and I want to ask you one more question associated to the points you have put across. The other side, the people are asking it is not this the EWS. We are going to talk about all actually. Why the EWS, the economically weaker section? The definition comes actually how the definition has been made. There are a lot of questions are there on that particular base itself. But I'm coming to one common question which was all over the social media today. They have given a list of castes. For example, Tamil Nadu, there are I think around 200 plus or 300 plus castes they have listed. This all caste is going to get benefited in the EWS. It's not only the Brahmins. That is what they claim. Why they are asking the question also? The parties which are talking about social justice, not bothered about the caste which is not Brahmins. The non-Brahmins also there in the list. So, for example, in Tamil Nadu, there are the list of upper caste includes Vellalar and Modaliyar and Chettiar. All these castes are upper caste still. They are considered as FC. So this caste also getting benefited. So they are asking a question. You have any answer for it?
If we are totally diluting the concept of reservation, we are giving the poor people, so-called poor upper caste people, who may get poorer due to gambling or something. Then we are totally diluting the concept of social justice program like reservation. So better do a caste census, give everyone equal to their representation. That's what the is going to do. We are going to do that. Hmm?
Okay, we'll discuss again if any further speakers would like to join the same topic. I would like to ask you another question. So EWS, the basics, they say the criteria what they fix are like 8 lakhs will be the
But
annual salary or whatever income they're supposed to have, and some acres of land they can have, one own house they can have. So if a person having, if a family has this all, then how they come, how they list them as the weaker section of economics? In what way they are weaker?
from the criteria, they are giving reservation to not to poor but upper middle class. That's the growing core base vote of Hindutva.
So
But quote is
basically, this question is there. Then how come such a Supreme Court, which is above all? This is a very very basic question. Every citizen of India can easily, even a poor guy, an uneducated guy also can understand this basic, what you call the definition, even that guy will not accept. These people are not economically poor. They can easily say. Then how that criteria has been kept in a country in which still there are a lot of people are below the poverty line, and they claim the people, the family or the person having 65,000 rupees salary per month and having a own house and having a land on his own become economically weak. This question nobody is ready to answer, or what? I don't know whether somebody has answered in the court. If anybody has written, if anybody has read the judgment, can explain. This is just a question from our side we are putting across. Anybody can come and give an answer.
Kathir, I think all upper caste, all pan across India have united to totally disrupt the reservation system. First of all, Supreme Court had turned blind eye to all these facts. Huh? Number two, there is no scientific, no study, nothing, no survey at all. How, on which basis you are giving 10%? Huh? To those people. Number three, after 1931, there is no caste census has been done, no official caste survey data has been published, and we don't have. How can they can give? So the only thing we can say, and only have given that trend of Supreme Court of giving some absurd and illogical judgments and facts, we can say they are just going with the flow, that trend of Hindutva, and they are just nodding their head yes to the current regime.
Ankush, tell me, you are from Bihar, you are living in Patna. I think apart from the southern part of India, maybe apart from Tamil Nadu, I think that is your state is the only state where the social justice, at least Laluji tried to secure social justice, though he was in power for very short time, or he could not able to establish what he was aiming for, what was his vision, whatever. But how do you see this? The ceiling of 50%, that should not be more than 50%. First of all, that was the very, very basic thing. They put the restriction for the reservation. Yeah, but breaking that, in our state, in Tamil Nadu, we have given 69%. That is different. But in the central, the union government is not ready to break before the EWS. I am telling you, not ready to allow any kind of argument or any proposal to cut down that 50%. Now this 10% is additional. That is 60% now. Reservation 50, I think 49.5 is there already. This is 10%. Now it's become 59.5. So how come they diluted that ceiling 50%?
I haven't read the judgment, Kathir, but this they have breathed. Many of our Bahujan intellectuals are saying that now that the Indira Sohni judgment, say 50% ceiling has been breached, we should also step up and ask our government to increase our reservation from 50, like OBC reservation, to 52% from current 27%. First of all, there are many states in which OBC reservation ranges from 14% to 17%. Even that, our people don't have that capability to increase that up to make them to increase up to 27%. Forget about going to 52. This 10% reservation they have given, that 50%, that judges are very clever. They have set this that 50% reservation ceiling is only for OBC, SC, ST, that social justice thing. Economic reservation is a different thing and doesn't come within the framework of that 50% ceiling. This they have made this in the judgment.
The another additional question I would ask you, since you are from the northern part of India, see in Tamil Nadu, here the reservation is there 69%. Okay, that if any candidate has higher marks, if he scores higher than the FC people, FC students, what do you call it? He can compete in the general category also. He will be allotted a job or medical seat or college seat, whatever the benefit can be given. The practice is there in place in Tamil Nadu. General category also he can go and he can secure his place. But in union government, this is not there. This is what I am hearing, and there were a lot of incidents, a lot of thing exposed in recent past, even in the IIT placements as for the professors and all, and so many government institutions are not following the reservation slots properly. A lot of cases have been filed, so they are not at all following the current reservation policy properly, and further they are easily pushing those candidates. Even if they score more, you have your own reservation slot, go and compete there, they say. If suppose FC student scores say 98%, if a SC or SC student or OBC student scores 99%, is very much he can come and compete in the general category in Tamil Nadu, and he can get the seat also in Tamil Nadu. That is possible. There are several cases. Okay, there is no kind of barrier for them. They will not push the student or the candidate to go and compete in your slot. But in union government, this is happening, people are saying. So you have any, you can throw some light on this. You have any experience on that?
Kathir, it was a rule that if you have filled your form in that category, no matter even you have reached the general cutoff, you will compete in your OBC or respective category quota. But Supreme Court has something few months ago or last year have discarded this thing and restored that previous thing that an OBC with higher mark can compete in that general quota, general category. Number second,
this is for the union government.
Even in
Both.
union, that thing has been restored,
Okay.
Kathir.
Okay.
Number second thing that they have what they have done recently. From a state, they have proposed to extending reservation like to Jat, to Maratha, to Gujars, and ultimately they have even like shifting categories of Mallas in SC category in Uttar Pradesh, and finally the center has rejected that proposal. BJP do this thing very tactfully. Like before the 2017 election of Uttar Pradesh, to create rift between Yadavs and non-Yadav OBC, what the BJP people do, they set up a Rohini commission and start airing things like Yadav have taken with all those false data, like Yadavs have grabbed all the your opportunities, this, that, all those fake data. That commission is still working. That commission has neither collected any evidence nor have any proof, nothing to subcategorize the OBC reservation. These people are time to time they do these things, like their people go in the court and give frivolous petitions against reservation. Judges are their people, they belong to their same kinship, they give some controversial judgment. So these things regularly happen, and we fight back. And what you said, that some institutions are not implemented that reservation guidelines. Yes, this is true, because or not, if say like Baba Sahib have given this, or Supreme Court has given this right to you, how will it get implemented properly? Huh? When A to Z machinery is yours, like VC is there, people, registrar is Jha, Pane, Misra, Tiwari, and they even uh, work on still on the old guidelines. They do something that your case will go on pending, your petition has gone pending. So that's why reservation is still not being implemented properly. Yeah, Kathir.
Okay, Kumar, Ankush, thank you. And we have two more speakers. Let us listen to them also. Meanwhile, welcome Erin Eager, and I couldn't read. I think our Syed is there. So Erin Eager can go on. If you have any points, you can put it across on this particular topic. Then we can go on if any points if you are contradicting. Go ahead.
Yeah, sure. Thank you. First of all, thank you. So I just wanted to make one point. We have been discussing, right, about the income cap also. So we see a contradiction there. So when it comes to EWS, when they own a house, they earn 65,000 per month. They own a piece of land, they can still avail. They are still economically weaker. But if a OBC have any one of them, right, they'll be considered 3 million, and they'll be denied of reservation. And for the scholarship also, right, if you get 2.5 lakhs per annum, more than 2.5 lakhs per annum, you'll be denied of scholarship, SC/ST scholarship or OBC scholarship. So I just wanted to make one thing, right? What this Manusmriti tells us, to each caste its own law or rule. So that's the same thing being applied here.
Erin, one moment. Your mic is continuously, I think, shaking. Some disturbance is there.
Okay, so, is it clear now?
It's very clear, but it is shaking, so the noise is coming.
Okay. So I'll just hold it. Yeah. So I just wanted to reiterate that, like, because Ambedkar also said, right, to each caste, Manusmriti or whatever that guy said, Manu said, is to each caste its own law or rule, whatever it is. So that's the same thing happening here. So even as you guys mentioned about the Indra Saini case, right? When we go and say, like, if you want to increase the BC reservation, OBC reservation, you cannot. The cap will be 50%. But if you want to give additional reservation to an upper caste, you can have it. So the same thing. So to each caste is his own law. So that's what is happening here. So clearly the Manu has been ruling this country for so long, and that's the reality. We can also see that reality. So that's one point.
Erin, we cannot just go because this is a constitution, this nation built by so many people, so many blood and sweat, and so many states and so many language, different kind of people together. We build this nation, we build this constitution, right? We had our leaders, but contribution is from all people. So all of a sudden they try to implement their own way of thing. We cannot just let it go by saying this is a Manu rule. Anyway, you are telling it out of frustration that I can very well understand. So let us listen from Syed also.
Yeah, my name is not Syed. I am Sheikh Abid Hassan.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I wrongly spelled. Okay, Abid. Sorry.
I am not a Syed. I am a Dalit Mussalman from Bengal. So centrally, I am OBCA, but because of other things, I am not exactly. I don't compete in OBCA category. I compete in general category because I'm premier. So, like, so I will share some aspects of West Bengal. And in West Bengal, so actually Indian Constitution does not operate. I think those who are in the group, Weed Evidence WhatsApp group, they would know like in what capacity the Brahmin academia in West Bengal, they are trying to deny OBC reservation. They are trying to like not even like follow OBC reservation according to university rosters. So this has been going for a long time in West Bengal. Like I think 2017 onwards, we are seeing complete erosion of OBC reservation in West Bengal. And as far as this judgment goes, see, BJP is a very smart party. There, what they actually want to create is they want to like reduce reservation to a very reactionary field of intellectualism. Like right now, we can safely say that centrally upper caste people have almost 59% reservation, We can safely say this because this extra 10% EWS thing is going to eat into our 51% reservation only. It is not going to be like for 51% plus 10%. That is not going to be the case. We have already seen in bank exams of SBI where they have reduced the cutoff marks for EWS. And I will also share experience from West Bengal. Many Muslims of West Bengal who are actually state OBC, but not exactly central OBC, they went to the government and BDO offices to get a EWS certificate, and they were not given EWS certificate. So this narrative that Modi government is giving that EWS is a secular one and Christians and Muslims will also get, that is also another ploy to dupe people. We have to call out the BJP government in that. Basically, what will happen is people will get fed up. Okay, our own people, when they will see that they are not going to get access into reserve category, because SC STs so they won't touch that much. But in states where OBC consciousness is not that strong, like West Bengal, like other spaces, not South India exactly, where they can deny OBC reservation, they will deny. And then OBC people would get angry, okay, and they will say that we don't need reservation. That is the narrative that BJP wants to feed. In that way, BJP would be able to completely end reservation in India. That is what I am getting. And as far as political parties go, except except DMK, no party has actually come forward and gone against this draconian judgment that has been given. Okay, I don't see, even though I think lawyer Chandru from CPM has criticized this judgment, but actually the CPM in reality hasn't done anything of that sort. And I'm not seeing communists in Bengal or Kerala or nationally or even in digital media say anything or criticize this judgment. And in West Bengal, though, TMC and all other upper caste leaders from whichever party, they too are celebrating with joy. If you read Adil Hossain's Twitter, you will understand what kind of problems we are dealing in West Bengal. For now, this is
right. As you rightly said, the left parties, we also had criticized them in our page today, and in the bill when they brought into the parliament, that time itself they accepted and they were giving a speech, and the member of parliament from DMK, Madam Kanimozhi, was opposing there itself. As you said, Communist Party people are not at all reacting, and they actually, it's their success too. That is what I can say.
Yes.
They are celebrating actually one way.
So if you give me more, I'd like to complete.
Yeah, go ahead. Yes.
Yeah. I'll just give you two instances of riots. Okay, one was the 1946 direct action day riots, and the other was the Gujarat riot. Okay, if you understand which people were actually attacked in those riots, they were actually Dalit Muslims, my Bengali Muslim middle class at that point were working in Kolkata and had come from rural Bengal, and in 2002 also. What does RSS actually say after 1 month of riots? That ultimately we need these riots to stop, because फिर हमारा वो क्या बोलते हैं वो टायर कौन खराब ठीक करेगा. So actually what they want is they want to stop OBCs and SCs, STs from not studying at all. Okay, they want us to become their servants. They want us to become their farmers and all other menial jobs. They want us to do that only. They don't want us in higher education at all. Okay, that is why you see this rampant privatization, where in MNCs you actually don't have reserved category also. So this is a nice ploy of, they are pushing creamy layer OBCs towards the margin. It is like our economic prosperity of Dalit Christians and Dalit Muslims who are creamy layer OBC, as well as other Hindus who are creamy layer OBC. It like one generation of economic prosperity is like pop. It's like crime for us. So sorry for being a bit emotional. So I will stop now.
We understand, and there are several things you have participated in our earlier discussion also. When you said when you mentioned Dalit Muslims, that was very new to us, and you explained us earlier. Also, the caste inside the Muslim religion also, we learned from you, and one of the discussion you explained us. Okay, that is a different subject. I'm coming to ask you one question. You can answer, or anybody else also can answer. I think Dr. Safi also had joined here. See, the creamy layer concept, we just wiped when it was emerging itself in Tamil Nadu. The cream layer is not there in Tamil Nadu. I think that is the way they have they built this EWS. That is what I during the discussion that is my opinion. I think the creamy layer, when you say OBC creamy layer, that concept is not there in Tamil Nadu. It was they were trying to implement that during the ADMK rule in Tamil Nadu, but DMK given a very tough time for ADMK not to implement that, but finally they withdrawn the concept completely. So that the creamy layer thing is not there in Tamil Nadu. So this, I think the EWS coming, I think they found the way through the creamy layer, and that is why people could not able to understand the concept properly. The social reservation and the economical reservation has a very big difference, because social cannot be changed forever till you die. Maybe your son and son's son, it goes on. It is going to be there forever. But the economy is today maybe you are poor, tomorrow you may gain, you become a rich man, or better position you can go, and the next day you can become poor also. So that cannot be a criteria to give reservation. This is what the point, this is what the thing explained, and kind of the person who was there in place in ADMK could accept that he was generous to accept his mistake, and he stopped that time. Of course, that was reflected in the election also. He got defeated in the next election because of this particular creamy layer in Tamil Nadu. So these are the history we have gone through, and everyone in Tamil Nadu aware of this. So the creamy layer, what do you think in all over India, the creamy layer is leading to EWS? You can answer also if anybody else also can answer.
Yeah, I think that creamy layer should not be there at all. In fact, I think this OBC, the classification OBC has to change. Okay, like for some reason, for some weird reason, many OBCs think that their social capital is much more than scheduled castes, but actually there are many scheduled castes in OBC. And in Bengal rather, not West Bengal. In Bengal, what happened was many communities, they stopped contributing to the caste census that used to happen in Bengal. And they became successful also. Like 2 communities that became successful on their own merit in Bengal was the Matua community, who were Namashudras, and the other was Mahisho. Now, Mahishos are not getting OBC category in Bengal. This has created different kind of problems for them. And the Namashudras, even though they get scheduled caste reservation in Bengal, but the Mutua religion is not accepted under the Hindu category or any category of Indian constitution. So Mutua Namashudras again are completely way off. And another ploy that BJP has used is that in 2019, I remember Modi was, spreading hatred against Muslims and Christians and saying that they are going to eat into scheduled caste category. And now they are again saying that we are going to give scheduled caste category to Dalit Christians and Dalit Muslims and other Dalits of different faith. This is again social engineering that is going to create bad blood among the different communities, different Bahujans that we are. So they are like, they have something in their mind. Okay, we are not able to see it, but in 5 years, 10 years, they are going to create a lot of issues between different marginalized castes, and they are going to do it using constitutional language, using legal language. So we have to head and defeat these people. Only the DMK party has actual capacity to understand what BJP is doing and fighting on this. Otherwise, I don't see any hope.
I'm sure that they will definitely fight, and that there is possibility of winning the case also. I have no doubt on that, because they got a lot of judgment in social justice related cases in positive towards them. The recent past, they have the OBC reservation for the PG medical admission also owned by DMK only. There are several other parties were involved, but the major role played by DMK party, especially the advocate, member of parliament Wilson played a major role in that. However, I think Erin wants to add up here. You can go ahead, Erin.
Yes, actually, I was about to add one point. You touched upon it already. When they tried to push economic based reservation here, right? I think you mentioned about it, injured right. I think there was one statement issued by, I think it was Veeramani, correct me if I'm wrong. So he mentioned that whatever you're bringing in, right, it's a rubber scale. It's not a steel or a wooden scale. They can extend it or contract it however they want. So it's just the same thing what Sheikh said, right? Even someone from a non-Brahmin who belongs to a general category, if they try to get a EWS certificate, we don't know if he will get it or not, and the income slab that they are bringing in. So these things, they very much align. At the time itself, they mentioned whatever they're bringing, it's a rubber scale. They are trying to extend it. So even the minorities, will they get the EWS certificate? We are not sure, because we already know who is going to be the one that is going to issue it. So just wanted to add that one. And another point I wanted to make is this. When they started to make this propaganda, right? There were two propagandas that were happening initially. Initially, when reservation came into place, they started this propaganda called merit. So they said the merit is completely gone. People who doesn't have any qualification are coming in, and the merit is gone. They started this propaganda, and then consecutively they started another propaganda, which is what we are seeing now, right? Economic based reservation. So that the reservation should be based on economy, not based on caste. They started the second propaganda. So you see, these two propaganda itself is contradictory. Initially you say that reservation should be based on merit. Reservation kills merit, and then you say economic based reservation. That itself is contradicting. But they cleverly did this propaganda. So when they did the second propaganda, right? Subsequently they brought in creamy layer, and then now the EWS. Now they dropped the first propaganda. See, now no one will talk about no upper caste or no forward. These people, right, whoever support this concept, they don't talk about merit now. As Sheikh mentioned, right, the SBI, they have a very low cutoff now. Okay, so where is the merit now? So they just stopped about that first propaganda. So this is very cleverly they laid out this thing, and they executed it. I think we should. To counter them, right? I often say recently SBI has been worse because of the EWS quota, right? So they used to call us quota and these things, right? Merit, we don't have any.
Yes, absolutely. That was kind of a fun they used to make on people who came by availing the reservation. They say quota people, and even when the EWS was introduced, if you see the list of the marks they got the admission in the colleges or other this one, they were very, very less than the people in the category of SC, ST and OBC. Actually, if suppose the SC category person or OBC category person is scored 95, something like that, their cutoff or whatever number, I'm telling in percentage, they are so far behind, around 60, 59, 58. So when they say the reservation brought down the quality or the merit, EW is doing what? And there are so many groups around in the social media anti-reservation. The reservation spoiled the country, and there were a lot of WhatsApp forwards that Infosys Narayana Murthy was talking about the reservation. If the reservation was implemented in the cricket team, what would be the result of our Indian team? How they will earn the cup? So lot of criticism on reservation. Since when I remember, maybe from since my childhood or whatever, it is happening all over, and all of a sudden now the people are introducing EWS 10% reservation for the. There is a very, very interesting name they have kept in Tamil Nadu, Ariyavagai Ezhaigal. That is a rare species. I don't know how to translate it exactly. I can say rare species. That would be okay. I think it's not up, but it's okay. I think there is another person joined to speak. Maybe he can talk now. VK.
Just a small point, not to divert. Just one thing, like since you mentioned Narayana, right? The two World Cups that we won was from OBC captains. No other captains could. Two of them, both Kapil Dev and Dhoni, were OBCs. Just to mention.
That's okay. That's everyone know. That is why even our DMK leader, former leader, also invited Dhoni and honored him. There are always such things happens anyway. I think VK is there. Want to speak? Let us listen from him.
Okay, so thanks. So I am from the view of supporting EWS. Okay. So I think I am the only person, the speaker. I'll share some of the points. I'll start from where our host has said. First of all, thanks for the opportunity. So he was telling that Kapil Dev was OBC and Dhoni. We need to cross-check it. Unlike Tamil Nadu, there are 30 to 40% of population across states are in general. Unlike Tamil Nadu, Rajputs, Thakurs, Marathas, all are part of general. Unlike Tamil Nadu, where 90% of the population are coined as OBC, many other states doesn't have such a huge population in OBC category, where maybe around 50 to 60%. In some states, even less than 50% are in OBC category. Unlike Tamil Nadu, that doesn't have a 69% of huge reservation. Almost many states are following 50%. That unlike where all Jamindar caste, so-called Jamindar caste and other caste who are rural community who has lands, everything, were in general in other states. Here they are part of OBC and some are part of MBC also. Unlike Tamil Nadu, similar caste like let us take here Devar, there it's Rajput as I said. Lingayats in Karnataka, Reddis in Andhra, they are all part of general. So overall, if you see from the prism of Tamil Nadu, you will feel that this is something very, very unconstitutional. But if you see from their point of view, in each state point of view, this is nothing wrong. That's why all national parties, including Communist, Congress, supported this. So there they won't show because there are a huge number of population belong to general. So there won't, these terms like Ariyavagai Ezhaigal, all those things won't come up there because then Rajputs will come under there. Thakurs will come under there, Lingayats will come under there, Reddis will come under there. So that's my point. So this I'll keep as my first point. First set of thanks.
Yes, thank you. At least we wanted such kind of an argument. Then only it will be interesting. Only talking people with the people who are opposing it, there won't be any flavor or spice. Thank you for joining us. Your things will be answered. Maybe there is another person wants to talk. I couldn't read the name. Go ahead, sir.
Yeah. VK, I think I need to know. I can answer your question, but I need to know in the first place. What do you think as what do you think as a reservation? What does it? Why does reservation need? What is the definition of reservation?
Yeah. So according to me, reservation, whatever.
Okay, 1-to-1 we cannot go on question and hold on. That way we cannot argue or debate. So your points you can say, then he can maybe if he has any points he can retaliate. That way we can go.
Okay. Let me sum up my points. Right. Okay. So the argument that put by VK. I think it looks good on the outside part, but when I think about when I think why reservation has been introduced, the purpose of reservation is to bring up the people who are socially and educationally backward. So only for those peoples the reservation has been introduced. If the concern for the government is, as VK said, Rajputs and Reddys and Lingayats in Karnataka, they are socially and educationally backward, but they have been classified as a forward caste. If that was a concern for the government, then what should the government do? They should bring those castes which they think as backward in socially and educational wise. If they think those castes are still not yet improved, they should bring it under OBC and they should expand the OBC base. But what the government is doing under the bracket of EWS, it is bringing all the forward castes. Even VK accepts that there are few castes for which EWS will not be eligible, because he himself could not admit that. He is not saying a few caste names. He couldn't say himself. So, but the government has brought them also under the bracket of EWS, just to validate today's action. He is bringing Reddys, Lingayats. Sir, to you, I accept that Rajputs, Lingayats is socially and educationally backward, but the government should have brought them under OBC and not under EWS. That's my argument.
To add something here, I think I don't know whether you are following this debate from the beginning. The very beginning, I was asking this question. That question is not been answered. Anyway, you also can answer. In the spectrum of this EWS, it's not only the Brahmins, as you rightly said. There are several other castes in Tamil Nadu, even Chettiars, Mudaliyars, and Vellalars. There are a lot of castes are coming. So that is what today in the social media, so many people, asking the DMK that is DMK is against all these caste people. So that one kind of an argument is going on. But reservation is basically, I think the very first question he asked you, I just put it across, then you can answer together. Reservation is made, they have allotted reservation in the constitution to, give justice to the people who are backward because of this a man-made crisis. It's not the crisis which happened on its own. It's a man-made crisis. There are people, some communities are responsible for centuries and centuries of the pushing, pushing those people, towards their level. They never allowed them to grow. They never allowed them to study or go to the work which they want. So there are so many things. Okay, that is, we must be aware of this. I don't want to. So this is kind of a justice. It is not a freebie. It is a justice. We have made allocation in the constitution that these people should be given reservation to come up in life. That is a very, very basic thing. And another thing, the economics of the person can change at any time. Today, maybe if I am poor, maybe if I work hard, tomorrow I may become a middle class man or upper class man, or maybe I can be rich man also. So how you measure a person based on the economics of a person, and you offer a benefit of a government. That is very, very, kind of a very vague kind of policy, and it is being made such in a country like India, which is kind of a joke. So nobody can be measured based on the economics. It can be measured based on the social status of a person, or where they're living, how they're living. For example, in Tamil Nadu, there were several new reservations were introduced. Internal reservations are given for some people, even recently also given. The students who are studying in the villages offered 7.5% reservation in the medical seat. So that makes sense. Again, they never said people who are poor will give 7.5% reservation. That was not the case. That is not a correct measuring device. At the same way, when Kalaignar was as a chief minister, Kalaignar Karunanidhi was as a chief minister, he gave reservation for the first generation graduates. That is covering almost all castes, all communities, even Brahmins. Even if a Brahmin student passed out and approaching first time as a degree studies, he had been offered a reservation. And also for the rural students, he offered a reservation in all admissions. So there are ways and means. There are people who think, in a proper way, they can find out right practices to help people, or bring the people up. There are ways and means. There are particular kind of procedures, which is nobody can argue or defeat. But in this case, EWS, right from the beginning, when the creamy layer was introduced, that time itself it was a joke. It is continuing all over. I think in the 80s they tried to implement that creamy layer. Now we're in 2020, nearly 40 years. The creamy layer thing it had grown up to a level that we are implementing EWS constitutionally. And so many people are getting benefited in the last 4 or 5 years, and we could not able to defeat in the Supreme Court today. This is the kind of monster we let grow, and it is eating us. That is what just I would like to add. I think I have taken a lot of time. Now you can give your points. You can if you have any other points, you can add up.
Yeah, surely. Before appointing other person, I didn't check the name, sorry. So he was telling that instead of giving to keeping them in general and then give them an economically weaker quota, all these caste, Lingayats, Reddis, and all these should have been put into OBC, MBC, or whatever, and then should be given. It should not be given like this. See, my point here is the rights to classify a caste is given to state. That is point one, that is separate. But the thing is, since Tamil Nadu has put 90% of the population in the OBC, MBC, SC, ST category, doesn't mean that they are really oppressed. So here I am just challenging Tamil Nadu case where the castes which are supposed to be in general were hiding in OBC mainly. I can tell example if I'm okay to. 2 castes I'm ready to mention here. If it is allowed. If not, I will go general. For example,
going into the existing system, which is not. Your argument cannot be in this way. Hold on. Your argument cannot go in a other way around. Some system is established. There are a lot of people getting benefited over the half a century of time. There are so many people have come up in life. So many people are progressing. Almost like we achieved some parameter in this country better than any other in this country. Hold on.
I'll move on.
We are discussing about EWS. We are not discussing about the existing system, which may have some errors or whatever. I don't say it is error, but any system cannot be optimized.
I will put in a better term. I will put in a better way. Socially and educationally.
Hold on. When somebody is speaking, give them space. Don't jump into.
It was my round. You interrupted actually.
Your round only, but I am not interrupted. You are questioning you are directing the argument of different directions. So I had to interfere you.
Okay,
we are talking about EWS. You are questioning the system in place which is successful. That is not the topic at the moment we are discussing. So you have to. We have put some questions on you. What is reservation? and how it is being implemented, how the economical status of a person can be a measuring device to give him a reservation. These are all the questions put in front of you. We can answer.
Okay, got it. So to put in short for other person who told, in other states, actual social and educationally backward guys are in OBCs, and socially and educationally good guys are in general in many states, unlike Tamil. That's my answer. So it's reverse. We should not change there. We should change here actually. Coming to how education, I mean economic can be a criteria, 8 lakhs, all these things. Due to this wrong implementation, where there is a judgment of 92 Indira Sani where 50% should not be crossed. There are few states which have crossed. There is no monitoring of how these OBCs, these reservations were given, which caste is gaining, which is really losing. No such data is released by any government. No government is ready to release. For example, Tamil Nadu government is not ready to release even an MBBS, caste-wise MBBS data, which caste got, they are not implementing. Governments, due to political gains, kept on adding caste into OBC list. Tamil Nadu has done it. Other states are also trying to do that. In that way, these are all going unnoticed, no proper data, nothing. In this current, due to this scenario, EWS is no other way. It needs to be there. If these are all would be organized, how can you tell 90% of a population in Tamil Nadu is socially and educationally backward? No chance. Why none of the other states are having such a huge number in OBC?
If you have any data to prove that 90%, so much of people are backward, so much of people are not came up in life in Tamil Nadu, then we have some data. Then you can talk based on that. It is not possible. That is not an answer. If you have any data that because of this system,
data means I need to.
We are talking about one simple. We are talking about one simple thing, brother. If you are implementing EWS, you have any data? How you can decide a person is economically poor? Today, if you are giving a reservation, you are given a medical seat or you are given a union government job. Tomorrow you become a rich man. Then how he will carry forward the reservation to next generation?
Okay, there is a solution.
You will cut off that reservation.
To this.
You will cut off that reservation in between. How you take a decision? How the person is qualified or not qualified?
Yes.
Today, when they are filling the application, he is poor. When the application is handed over, tomorrow he'll become rich. What you will do?
I am giving yes. See, as of now, as per rules, you need to get the certificate every 2 years or every 3 years. So similar to OBC non-creamy, you need to tell you are a creamy, non-creamy. So I think non-creamy you need to apply, right? Every 2 years, OBCs need to apply non-creamy certificate. Then only they will get OBC. They can apply an OBC quota for central government jobs. Similarly, EWS people, it's not permanently given. Every 2 years or 3 years, you need to reapply.
There is a big you can tell a lot of things, boss, that will not be implemented properly.
Can I answer?
Even
I'm telling on paper.
Hold on.
This is how it is.
As you said, the very the constitutionally, I think 50-year-old system itself you are claiming. I am not claiming. The 50-year-old system having a lot of loopholes. You say the newly implemented EWS, so many people are looting money, looting the benefits from the government, and they are cheating the one part of the sector of the people. That is not looking awkward to you. That is not looking illegal to you. I think. Let us not go one to one. Let us not go one to one. I'll give
one final point I will add. One 30 seconds only. Then I will be silent for some time.
Okay.
Yeah. So what I am saying is like this is not a pakka proofed law where there is no loopholes, nothing. No, I won't say like that. Okay. But due to if you need to see the overall picture, you need to see out of Tamil Nadu how is the situation in all other states. Overall, why it was supported by all other states. You need to understand that. And in that view, if you see, then you cannot say this.
Hello.
And again, don't tell that constitutionally don't tell it is wrong. You don't tell that it is supposed to be only socially and educationally only it should be given. Because 103rd Amendment, then Article 15 additional clauses were added where it has been decided, Rajya Sabha and Lok Sabha voted 4 years back.
Hello, it's more than 30 seconds. Can you allow others to speak?
Yes. Thanks. Yeah.
Hello, can I take?
Okay.
Hi.
Okay, Mr. VK, I think new speaker has arrived. Nagarajan Ramasamy, I think. Hold on for a moment, sir. There is another person waiting, Eager. Eager, can you make your point quicker? Then I'll give a chance to Nagaraj.
Yeah, sure. Because just wanted to add one thing. Like VK said, right? He wanted to make a point on the 8 lakhs per annum criteria, but then he jumped into the implementation of the existing reservation system. See, there are two things. Implementation is different. The policy making itself is flawed here. We are talking about the policy making. The implementation comes later. The policy making itself, they are adding a loophole like 8 lakhs per annum, this much property you can have and everything. So that itself is in the question. So then only we'll go to the implementation. So there is an existing system, you say the implementation is flawed or whatever, but the policy itself is wrong here. That's what we are trying to make. And one more thing here, reservation is not only for the upliftment, right? It is also a representation scheme. So there is a power, and each community has to have their own representation in the power. Okay. So let's say an economically weaker forward caste is getting the reservation, 10% reservation, and they are participating. Who will they represent? Will they represent the economically weaker section or their own community there? So that's a major question. See, they are not going to represent the economically weaker section. They are going to represent their own community there. So you see, an economically weak Brahmin gets a power there, and then they go there and they talk for an oppressed economically weaker. They will side with the existing Brahmins who are already in the power. So the power is already distributed based on the community. How can they represent based on economy?
Okay. Thank you, Iren. And Nagaraj, sir, go ahead.
Hey, sorry. So just I want to comment about that today's decision. It was really unscientific and irrational. Okay, two reasons. Okay, one of the main thing is we didn't understand the reservation properly, so that's why it's diverted. One of the things is what they are saying is maximum everybody we can understand up to that either upliftment or the representation. That's it. But apart from that, there is another scientific approach is there. This is necessary for that diversification and inclusive administration. So it doesn't matter whether the poor people from the upper caste or not, okay? But how India is administration is conducted on overall. Who is making the decision and leading the India to which direction? That matters, okay? So we need a kind of a diversified and administrative inclusion. So if anybody occupies that power, okay, beyond its population content or beyond its caste content, it is illegal or unethical. That is the thing we need to understand. And that notion of understanding is missing most of everybody, including BC, MBC, and other things. It can be explained by quantitatively, mathematically also, that what India is going is to the dictatorship. In future, this will go to the dictatorship because most of the countries and corporate, even in the outside, okay, private companies, everybody is advocating for the diversification and inclusion, okay, because that represents the complete. When you are making the decision, it will be considerably all the people's approach, and it will be making more stable. Like what I can approximately make an example saying that how you are putting in money in a stock market. Do you put money in only one stock or you put in diversified? That makes approach stably. So we need a kind of quantitative approach that everybody, entire India, everybody is missing this part. Okay, this leads to a dictatorship, and I don't know where India is going. That's all my comment. So rest of the arguments are bullshit. Okay, whatever they are saying, the data and all those things, but this is unscientific and irrational. Okay, because we are not adapting the diversification and inclusion. Somebody over allocating the resources to one particularly cost and ignoring the rest of the people. From my understanding, everybody has a talent. Only thing is they don't have the opportunity. That's it. Yeah, from my side.
Thank you, Nagaraj. I think 1 hour we have done in space. I think we have to conclude this. Argument can go longer. Nobody will get satisfied.
Yeah, but I think just only 1 second. Just keep
Yeah.
in mind, okay, everybody's maximum understanding is that what no social upliftment are represented. That's it. We are not going beyond that. It's we have to have a scientific approach. This is a kind of what no inclusion and the diversification will come. That only will be saving the India. So you compare that Tamil Nadu and India. Why Tamil Nadu is performing always better than any other state, any other country? Because of the diversification administration, because we are already eradicating this what no caste forces, upper caste forces in the administration. That is the main thing. Apart from that, the social, all these things efforts, but the main thing is they eradicated all these evil forces from the administration. Because of them, everybody got the opportunity. So the power is allocated on optimization basis. So if you are familiar with mathematics or anything, okay, the maximization or thing logic works when you are properly allocating that parameter which drives that output. Okay, so anybody is familiar with the calculus
Yes.
or something, they knows that how you obtain the maximization, properly allocating the variable, okay, which produces the output. Okay, but in India we are not doing it. We are cheating. Most of the communities are getting cheated. So you have that all the metric standards, okay, metric exams like Tamil Nadu always do better than that. Okay, but if you give any amount of money to these other people or other things, they will waste your money. Okay, so this is the optimization problem or the resource allocation technique, the reservation. We need to understand. That's it.
Okay, thank you for your points, enlightening. And we have only two speakers. I think we allowed one speaker called Veda and one Nikhil is there since long. Nikhil, you can talk now. It's almost like we are going to close, so we cannot encourage any argument kind of a thing. So nobody is going to accept anything, even if you get into argument. So you can put up your points, whatever your points you are standing for or against EWS, whatever it is. Go ahead. I would like to invite Nikhil now. Next, Veda.
Thank you. Actually, today's EWS verdict is almost irrational. Actually, irrational it is, and it is degrading the standards of the Indian Justice Council. So I have one question for with respect to EWS verdict. How they can implement this EWS verdict reservation? I don't know. In reservation we have maybe two types of reservation, that is vertical reservation and horizontal reservation. In vertical reservation we can have scheduled caste, scheduled tribes, OBC, like that. In horizontal reservation we can have the rural quota, handicapped quota, and something other like this, and ex servicemen, like that. So how can they implement is the main I think I'm actually confused a lot in how can they implement in this. That's my question.
No, implementation, there are a lot of guidelines they give, but those guidelines will not work. That is what the efficiency of our union government. Maybe you can take it in either way. So no need to bother about the this thing, the procedures, whatever they are, guidelines, whatever they
it's a
give.
vertical quota like SC, ST, MPC, OBC, EWS will come.
Okay, I wish you all the best.
Even in
Anyway, Veda,
okay.
you want to go?
Okay. I think you are in end of the debate. I think so. So my point is only one simply: the guys who are supporting for EWS, whether they will accept the reservation in private sector. They are taking on a statement. They are poor in the upper class also are having some poor. So whether they will accept that a privatization will have the same reservation policy, that's only my point. So I want to conclude this. I think you are going to end the debate. I think so, correct?
Yes. We started by 9 o'clock, but we actually started by 9 o'clock, and the people assembled until 9:10, 9:15. So already 1 hour is done. So we are fine. We have put a lot of questions, and the initial debaters were are gone already. There were a person from Patna, also from Calcutta. I think it's kind of we had a debate which is pan India. which is good. Good to see a lot of people joining. We try to maybe organize more such spaces. Of course, all these debates will not get to any conclusion since we all have different opinions, but the facts are being discussed. That is one good thing. So we continue this. Thanks for joining. If anybody wants to make any final point, I can give you another 2 minutes. One by one, you can go. I invite Irene first.
Yes, just one point. Like I think Sheikh mentioned, like DMK is the only party currently fighting towards it. I think our leader, Mr. Stalin, mentioned today, right? Like all the OBCs and SC/STs across India have to come together. I think I strongly believe in that. I think everyone will come together and join the fight with us.
Okay, thank you, Irene. VK.
Yeah, my final point is all please look at overall India picture. Who the caste and the groups which are OBC in Tamil Nadu is in general in other states. So things are different. Different castes are there. Different states are there. Demographics are distant. Each state, different kind of politics were done. So overall, if you see, there are 30 to 40% population in general category across India. Lot of castes are there. Unlike Tamil Nadu, where you normally tell 2% or 3%. So overall, this is the situation. Yes, if other states also does the same thing, where it coins 90% of the population into OBC, MBC, SC, ST, then all states would have been opposed. But that is not the case. So please look at other states, other things, overall picture you see, how things are there, how the politics being done there. That's my point.
Okay, just to quickly answer you, we cannot have one comb to comb all the hair. Okay, we cannot have one policy to deal with all states. So if you have such thing,
no. One more
hold on. Okay, I don't want to go on another this thing. I will give you a chance. I mean, I will give time to make your final point. So if at all you are having, I'm not supporting this. Whatever VK says, that's his opinion. I respect that. That is what his understanding. Anyway, that is what I'm saying. If at all anything has to be made, you have to go and find out. You have to do research and find out and bring in a system that like we did. We have given internal reservation. Inside the reservation, there are a lot of new policies we brought in the last 20 years. So that way only can work in the case of reservation, not like giving 10%
not one
to all.
is given. States are allowed to decide whether to implement
Hold on, don't jump into boss.
So all forms are not
you
given.
Are done with your thing. Then I cannot allow you. I cannot allow you in that way. You made your final points. You have made your final points. Okay, we are respecting each other's point, everyone's point. So you don't jump it. Try to counter till your last breath. That is not fine with us. Anyway, I think we have a new. I'm allowing Dr. Safi. Is there a long time for a listener? He just requested. I'm inviting to make his point. Dr. Safi.
Yeah, very good evening to everyone. It was a nice session. Even I joined a bit late. It was actually a very constructive debate going on here. There were so many people who had pointed out good points. See, EWS, whether to welcome or not, yes, we can welcome it. Yes, we can welcome it. But how? That is the thing. That is the question we should ask. How we should welcome EWS? Because this is a long history of reservation. If you take the amendment of Indian Constitution, there was a strong and a big struggle and battle to bring this reservation system. So, few people were talking about other states, and one speaker, I don't know his name, he was continuously giving one word apart from Tamil Nadu. Like that, apart from Tamil Nadu. So this itself gives an recognition that Tamil Nadu has been a forerunner and it has developed its own state people into in almost all the sectors, the Tamil Nadu people has gone up because of this basic reservation. So EWS, why can't they fix a slab of EWS 8 lakhs into 2 lakhs? Is there any big problem with that? This is what is the basic problem what we encounter. EWS, let the union government implement. Let them fix the amount as 2 lakhs. and then they have given 1,000 square feet home. Why can't it be 300 square feet home? Then another thing, some acres of land. Why would you reduce it? Because EWS, yeah, not everyone who earns 66,000 per month is EWS. We have the people who are earning 11,000 per month, 8,000 per month, and run their family. Those people should be called as EWS. Those are the downtrodden people to be addressed and to be brought up, right? In what concern you call these people as EWS first? I know so many people around my place who are downtrodden who earn just 10,000 per month and they run their families in struggle. Only those kids should be brought up. Only those generations should come up. Not people who earn 65, 70,000 per month who will be giving 10% of the reservation. Can you imagine?
That gives an answer that the particular people they want to focus are not that low. They're already well off.
Very, very simple and basic thing you should understand is this is what the other state people should realize. This is the time they should. Why Tamil Nadu is struggling for 70 years, last 70 years? Why you people are dumb just because of this? You have not realized this even this minute. Whatever union government brings is not good for you all. If, like people told Communists and Congress are supporting, yes, they will support whoever is forward caste people in any parties, irrespective of the parties. Whoever is the forward caste in any parties, leaders, they will support this because they want to make, including everyone. Now, I'm not giving you the name of the parties. Everyone who is a forward caste leader will support this stupidity because they want to bring up their 3% people up. 97 people out of 97 people, still 50% of people are downtrodden. Everywhere, nook and corner of this country. Nobody is bloody having any thought about that. So today the whole nation is weeping about this EWS and that is stupid. This is what I want to mean. I would have been some harsh, but I'm not harsh. I'm sorry for that. But only if the other state people realize what's going on inside, you people will come up. Otherwise, the same thing will be existent. This will be in existence till the last day of judgment or whatever it is. So EWS, should I welcome? I will welcome. If EWS implemented properly, I will welcome it. The same will apply to demonetization. The same will apply to GST. The same will apply to everything. On the list of what all the stupidity the union government has done, this is the next consecutive thing. Thank you, Kadir. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dr. Safi. Anyway, if it would have been there earlier, then the discussion would have been in a different direction. Thank you. I think the one person fed up and left. Anyway, sir, you want to go? I couldn't read your name properly. So yeah, we are concluding with you and Veda. Veda will be the last speaker. Go ahead.
Okay, sir. So I would conclude. I would like to make by concluding it. First one is we should never accept EWS at any cost. Even though if they bring EWS for all communities, including SC and ST, if they bring EWS, we should not accept it because accepting EWS will start the destruction of reservation system. So by all means, we should completely close this EWS concept. That won't be the final point of reviving that. So that will make the survival of our reservation system. I hope the government has brought in EWS as a first step to eradicate the entire reservation system in our country. And I'm so assured today that even the Supreme Court has all five judges in the bench have concurred with the view that reservation system needs an end point in our India. So I think we as a people of India, it is not just a backward community should voice for that. The entire people of India, whether they enjoy reservation benefits or not, should come forward and we should fight for the right that we have now. I'm not asking you to fight for the right, extra right that we need to attain. We need to fight. Only then we can retain the existing benefit that we enjoy. We are in that stage. So thank you. Thanks for the mic.
Okay, thank you for your comments and do come to our spaces. We'll be conducting often, mostly every week or 3 times in a week. We'll come with the different topics and we'll discuss things. Anyway, our last speaker, Veda.
Okay, Trividin, thanks for the opportunity. Actually, just as Safik said, irrespective of any party, the upper caste leaders supporting this EWS, but the only one thing that the people who, the OBC and the SC people who voted for BJP, they betrayed that people. That people want to know about that one. What they actually did for the OBC and the SC, but still they are believing the BJP is the only the savior of the India, like that they are thinking. But their generation, entire generation, is going to be the spoiler for the EWS. I don't know whether they are aware of this one or not. Everyone knows what happened. That Vandal Commission has been in VP Singh government. What happened in IITs? So they are very aware of this one. But OBC and SC people who are supporting BJP, still they are not aware of this EWS and the reservation. If they are not aware, means the loser will be that people only. No one will be the loser. Thanks, Dravid.
Okay, thanks a lot everyone for joining, patiently waiting to put up your points. I think the initial speakers already left. Anyway, I'm thanking them also. It's a good debate overall. Thank you so much for the response. It was announced in a quick notice. So many people joined. Thank you, friends, Dr. Safi, Veda, and Madam Indubala. I think Bilal Aliar, oh my God, I am just seeing you. If you want to add up anything, Bilal sir, I think you have joined lately. I couldn't see. I can make 1 or 2 minutes for you if you want to add up anything to this discussion. Hello. Go ahead. I think we are about to conclude,
I understood
brother.
the time, and
it's
it's time of conclusion. And from the morning, actually, from the afternoon, almost 3-4 spaces that we have interacted and expressed our views, anger, and the history behind the reservations and everything. I hope that it's a time to wind up. I just came here to listen that what other speakers are talking about. That we know that it's a very long battle to bring the social justice to these countries, and we will win this battle because it's one of the big struggle, and it's a time to think about that how we need to uh, set up our propaganda to not only in Tamil Nadu, outside of Tamil Nadu, all over the India, the importance of reservations, as well as the behind the Brahminic dominance over the years. So this needs to be widespread all over the people. So we need to make a proper propaganda and all that. All the level in intellectuals level, school, colleges, and political parties, and the social justice organizations, that it is that not only the single party or the single movement needs to take forward, and everyone needs to participate in this propaganda, and then bring forward the social justice to these countries. We know everyone that EWS verdict for today, it is not acceptable, and it is unfair to this society. I hope that DMK and the Dravidan ideology movements will lead this agitate as longer, will bring the social justice to the country. Thank you so much for this opportunity.
Thank you, brother. Thanks a lot for joining, even at the closing time. Thank you, everyone, once one and all. We'll meet again in next space. I think we are planning to conduct more like this every week at least. I wish you all the best. We are looking forward some change in the national arena, the politics of the national arena. I hope that happens soon. Soon we fight back this EWS. Actually, the topic was EWS verdict and revision. Revision we never discussed, so we may discuss that in a later time. Anyway,
better,
thanks a lot. Yeah.
I think, Kadir, I suggest that it's better that you can bring one of the legal intellectual person that who knows the constitution and the history behind that EWS. So that will give us a clear insight for us for the upcoming revision and the further process. Yeah.
Yeah. We'll try to arrange someone to be here as a what you call chief guest. Then we can have a space, then he'll give a lot of insights about the revision and all. That's a good idea, brother. Fine. So we'll conclude now. Thanks a lot. Thank you, everybody. See you again. Good night.